Since I have read the book, My Best Friend's Exorcism, and gave the film known as The Exorcist another watch, many things have made me think. What I've been thinking about lately is about how both mediums fall into the category of psychological horror. This genre is much different from your traditional horror that deals with grotesque and unsettling creatures and rely heavily on the shock factor of blood, gore, and other graphic violence. While yes, this may give you a shock, it is only temporary. It gives you something visual to fear, something material, and often not human. But the fascinating part about psychological horror is the fact that it relies on mystery elements and characters with unstable, unreliable, or disturbed psychological states to enhance the suspense, drama, and action. This kind of horror gives you a more personal fear because it is human, and the fear factor cannot be seen a majority of the time. It is truly the fear of the unknown. I'm going to break down a few scenes from John Carpenter's Halloween and explain the conventions of psychological horror and elaborate on why and how it works. A few tropes of psychological horror are slow, methodical scenes that build up tension, teasing the audience with a scare, something small to give you a brief shock that leads to really nothing, but it gets your adrenaline running. The antagonist's motives are often hidden and are given no reason for their actions or killings. It keeps the monster in question hidden or not seen very often. And finally, the cliffhanger, an end to the piece of media that does not give you a fully fledged conclusion. The first scene I'm going to examine is the scene in which Michael stalks Laurie while she is walking home from school.
Hey, look.
Look where?
Behind the bush.
I don't see anything.
The guy who drove by so fast, that one you yelled at.
Oh, subtle, isn't he? Hey, creep. Laurie, dear. He wants to talk to you. He wants to take you out tonight.
As you can see here, this is an excellent example of the three conventions that I had previously explained. These three, of course, being the methodical pace, the tease of a scare, and the hidden monster trope. The methodical pace is set up by a musical cue, a slow-paced keyboard riff along with a slow reveal from what is behind the bush. Teasing the audience with a scare by briefly viewing Michael and then him disappearing, checking behind the bush, and there's nothing. The brief appearance of Michael could also be viewed as an example of the hidden monster trope within this scene. The last scene I'm going to break down is the ending of the Halloween film.
boogeyman.
As a matter of fact, it was.
This scene is a perfect example of the cliffhanger. The cliffhanger being a false ending or an unclear finish to this film, with him being shot off the balcony and his body going onto the freshly cut grass, and when they look down, he's gone, never to be seen again.